Hi friends, we'll be back into this new video tutorial. In this video I'm going to be walking with you guys how to deal with React Native states. We're going to be learning how to deal with states in React Native. Like, how do we handle them? What are the real stuffs we need to know about states? Like, what are they? Remember, everything that works or tends to be happening in React mobile application, we tend to use something called states. You get states are like, for instance, you have data. So inside React, the data in React components, they are managed by state and properties or props, which guys you later on shall realize is called the props. So we are going to look onto the difference between the states and the props. Like in a simple term, state is immutable while props are immutable. This means that state can be updated in the future while properties or props cannot be updated. So whenever you want to use props, whenever you want to use states, we need to look onto the root components that we're going to be having up like inside our page. For instance, if I'm importing a home page, we need to define up the properties that we're going to be using up in our app. So for the simplicity of this application, let me just start by creating up my simple application now. So I'm going to go back inside here. I'm going to just close this for now, and then inside there I'm going to just go back. Remember, this is where we define and install the most of the stuff that you have to use on our app. So the first thing I'm going to do is to make sure I go to our app. I'm going to go back because I need to create their stuff. So inside there I need to use the stuff to give us chance now to create up our first application that we're going to be making up right now. You get, I'm going to start using expo. So I'm going to start with expo. We're going to initiate it. Expo init for me, what I need to make, like the program I'm going to make, like maybe React states. You get, like you're learning React state app. What's this? What's mainly a state? No, like I've told you, for them they can change them in the future, and the other one you can't change them in the future time. Those are the props, or properties. So this is downloading from all the stuffs I need to use, and I think you can see it's getting up here to have it all done sorted out. So let me just get back to you when I'm done with downloading all of what's needed. Okay guys, now just like I might have informed you guys earlier, we already have our stuff. So hope you should have something like this installed on your PC. You have this done. So that implies here now you just need to go into your React state, like so, if it is okay. Now inside there you can say yum run. I hope this time around should work out because I think everything is okay. So when I do that, if everything is fine, you should be seeing it starting up at that point, and it should be in position to load for your app that given stuff. Now also here, like I might say at the moment, I just need to go back to my stuff like so, and I say React state app like that, and it should be pushing up for me, synchronizing it there. So I just need to move all of this, and I just go inside. This is where we shall do most of our changes. Now whenever you look onto state, like I have said to earlier, that states are always immutable. No, states are mutable, and the properties or props are immutable. This means that state can be updated in the future while props or properties cannot be updated. So when using states, this is like in the root component, we are going to be importing home, where we need to define our state on how it's going to be running on our mobile app, like how it's going to be playing up for us. So I'm going to just make sure I've already happened to import most of the stuff. So import React. So I just need to say here, I'm going to just try to import let me just try to import React. So this React, so I'm going to be importing React from React. So I know that's that. Yeah, so this gives me stuff to start with, the state bar, whatever. You may use it if you want, actually may leave it. So inside here, the first thing I need to deal with the components. For instance, I may remove all of this. Of course, I don't need any of this for now. I can actually remove all of this. Now the first thing I'm going to do is to export. You get, like when you're exporting, you export, like maybe say the default. I'm going to export the default class, and this time around my default class is the app, which you guys will know that, and it's going to be extending or extends the React component, because I've already deported React to the other side. So this is going to be a component that you're going to be using in our React application. Yeah, like so. So here you define a state, like you give the name of your state that you want to give into the app. And this time around, inside my state, I'm going to say maybe it is my state, like the state, like maybe my state, if this is going to be my state that I'm going to be using up in my app, like so. So I have my state that I'm going to be using, and inside my state I'm going to define in some component or somewhat. Let me just utilize something called sorry, let me use your Sublime. Just try to open up Sublime text editor here so that I can summarize up something very fast, like, you know, remember with the Sublime. Okay, so I'm just going to try to do this like this. Okay, this is Python, so I'm going to just save something.html so that I can generate some sample content or anything.html. We know that, so we generate that like lorem content. So just after generating lorem content like so. So if I go back on my program, inside my state I can just define there my content like so. So we have, this is the content we have inside here on my program. Remember, this shouldn't have a break here, shouldn't have a break, should be something just straightforward if possible in one line. No, shouldn't have a break, especially if you're dealing up with these stuffs. Yeah, there is nothing like, no, to put a break there. Yeah, you make sure there's no break inside here, otherwise you'll get errors into your project or in your program. So this tends to be like so. Yeah, like that. So that's that. So now here, remember our content ends here like that. So the next thing what we have to do now at the moment, you remember here down we already have the closing of our state. So you can just render. Now we need to render the state, render state now. So I'm just going to render. So what I'm going to do at the moment, I'm going to just say render, whereby this time around my render of this application I'm going to return. So what am I returning? I'm going to turn up the view of the state that we already have inside there, like sorry, we're going to turn the view of our state in this application. So that's like a breaking of that. So inside here I'm going to just put like the view of our app, and inside the view I'm going to pass in the text, because you know inside the text is where we're going to return our state. So remember, the state, like I told you, is what changes in the future. So this dot, you're specifying it to the state, and what's the state name? The state name is here, which is called my state. So I pass it like that. So this is how they define a state in your mobile app application. So this is a state you define, and this is your view. This is the view, is like a div. This is like the paragraph where you expect that. Then this dot state, to pick your state that you want to define it, and it should be inside there. Otherwise, that's it. So if you check back in here and you try to run this application like this, you should find now our state loaded up here. I think you can see that's the content inside our state loaded there, meaning whatever thing you're going to be using should come like that. Thanks for watching. If you're far getting problem with the states, please, that's how they define states and how to use it. In the next video I'll show you more how to deal with it. Thank you.